All right, let's move on to weekend picks. What do you have for us, Bob?
Well, this weekend there is one big movie and one little movie. So I'll start with the big one. The big movie that I feel like you and I are going to go see because I think it deserves our front runner spot of being reviewed is The World's End. This is
Hmm.
the latest from Simon Pegg, who he did Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. I guess Shaun of the Dead was first, then Hot Fuzz, and then there's kind of a running gag like this is the third in the trilogy, even though they're not really that related, except for that they have all the same actors and kind of British humor style.
And they're like
Um,
spoofs of a certain genre movie. Is this a spoof of a genre?
well, sort of. I mean, the end of the world it could be a genre apocalypse type movie, but it's less about zombies because I already did that in Shaun of the Dead, and more about just aliens invading. So whatever spoof that is, I guess. Um, I don't know. I think Simon Pegg's pretty funny. He can be hit and miss, but he's more hit than say Larry David for me.
Sure.
And I'm ready for a good comedy, and there's some nice action vibey type stuff going on here. Uh, and I like the crew he's assembled. Like he has a great ensemble cast for these movies, and so I'm feeling like I want to finish off the trilogy.
Yeah, right on. Me too. I'm excited for that one.
Cool. So the other movie that I'm interested in is Drinking Buddies. Now, I'm interested in this one for two reasons. This kind of anybody who watches this regularly, my running theme of like, I like movies that experiment with business models, and this one's kind of going to be out in theaters either before, or excuse me, out on demand either before or at the same time as theaters. So there's that, which is kind of cool to see a new movie in your home. But really, it's the premise that has me. It's Luke and Kate are co-workers at a Chicago brewery. They spend their days drinking and flirting. They're perfect for each other, except they're both in relationships. So it's kind of one of those movies, um, and when you flirt with your coworkers and you also work in a place where you get intoxicated from time to time, hijinks can ensue, and it's a dramedy of sorts, and it stars Olivia Wilde and Ron Livingston, both people that I tend to like in movies. So. And Anna Kendrick is also in this one.
Yeah, and there's one other guy, the guy from New Girl. What's his name? Like one of the main
Is
guys.
that Jake Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the cast, the premise, the new business model, kind of the trifecta of those things, it could suck, but I'm kind of interested.
For what it's worth, I'm really excited about this one too. I've heard some really good things about it. And the business model's actually sort of thrown me. It's like, wait, so it's coming out in theaters later, but it is available on some sort of on-demand now. But when should I see it? When's it out? It's a little confusing for me. So what's the deal? It's coming out on demand?
Yeah, you can rent it for like slightly cheaper than well, a lot cheaper nowadays than going two of you to a movie anyway. It's like $10 on iTunes or Amazon. So they're sort of saying, hey, if you see it in your home, you don't have to go out, and it's half as much if you're going to have a date anyway, or if it's just you alone seeing a movie, it's about the same price. So.
And when does it come out in theaters? Do you know?
Uh, that's a good question. Actually, that's part of the confusion because I just get so excited about the on-demand part, and I know that's happening
Yeah.
this weekend. But the theater part, some of these they do limited release or they do it a few weeks later. So
Oh,
I didn't really find out.
yeah. Anyway, so I've heard really good things too. I'm excited for that one myself.
Cool.
All right. On the TV front, enjoy these last couple weeks of August. Nothing new happening, but when September comes, it'll be an onslaught, a torrent. But yeah, catch up on some old shows, relax a little bit, maybe go see a couple movies, and enjoy the calm before the storm TV wise.
Right on.
Those are our weekend picks. It's TV, it's movies, it's practically culture. Go forth and watch.